What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to my very messy shop. Today we're working on this very leaky Porsche. Welcome to another episode of Pistonhead Garage. My name's Garrett, and on this episode we have in front of us here, I'm working on the wife's car actually. This is a 2008 Porsche Cayenne, and it is leaking. Fortunately, not leaking anything too important. Its washer fluid is somehow draining out onto the ground over the course of, I think, even a day now. Basically, it's gone. So she does say that when the fluid's been topped up, you can spray it. Comes out of the nozzles, no problem. So I'm guessing that something is going on at the tank, like either there's a gasket to the pump or something like that, or the hose is split right there, but not enough that it can't build pressure to come up there. So if I open the hood, washer fluid goes right here. So the tank is, I mean, I can't even, you guys won't see it, and I can't even see it. I don't think it's accessible from in the engine bay. I'm 95% sure that it's going to be accessed from in the wheel well. So I think step one is going to be get this thing up on the lift. We're going to take the wheel off, we're going to take the fender liner out, and we're just going to see what we can see. So I'll get back to you guys once I've got this thing up in the air. Okay, change of plans. I'm just going to try to take this panel off here first, just to see, make sure I know what I'm looking at from the top. It looks like the fill neck is a separate piece from the rest of the tank because there's a little screw right here. So I'm going to try to take the, get a Torx bit and pull it off. Okay, I got this off here, and just as I suspected, the filler neck just goes off into the wheel well there. So we're gonna put this thing up on the hoist, pull the wheel, pull the liner, yada yada yada. Hopefully we can find something obvious, and I don't have to spend too much time messing around down there. So yeah, like I said, I'll get it up on the lift and then I'll come back. Hang on a minute. Almost forgot something kind of important. Oh, that's also a problem. So this vehicle has another issue which we're not going to address in this video. The door switch on the driver's side does not work properly, and it doesn't know if the door is open or closed. I think it thinks it's open all the time, but anyway, I think if we do that, there we go. Yeah, this is on the list of problems as well, but we'll get to that one another time. This is what we're after right here. These stupid wheel lock thingy. All right, goes there. Big Uggy Duggy. Believe this is a 21, not a 22. I'm way off. It's a 19. $19 mil. Ooh, careful. It's a good, quick and easy way to wreck the finish on these wheels, but they're not perfect to begin with, so come on. I hate these wheel bolts. Be careful, this thing could fall off the hub if you're not watching, so gently remove. Oh, okay. All right, so we've got Torx. That looks like a 10 mil, like a couple plastic nuts there. Torx. Nothing. Interesting. And then another Torx up there. So yeah, let's get to removing all of those, and then hopefully we're gonna find ourselves a washer bottle. I don't see any leaks right now, but that could be because it's empty. So we won't worry about that yet. Let's just start pulling these. And this is not a T15. It's gonna be a T20, I'm guessing. That looks all right. Let's get one of these, stick it right there, put that there. All right, next one. And then there's a billion on this side, one there. I actually believe there's a couple underneath the front end as well. But maybe if we undo all of them but that, we might be able to finagle this thing out of here, because I'm guessing the fluid, the washer tank is on this side, because that's where it's leaking from. So, I get this one already? Yeah, that one's out. So taking these other ones out, oh, that's not a good angle. May not be necessary, but we're gonna do it anyway. Now we need a 10 mil. Let's put that there. Grab a 10 mil. Yeah, that's one. Definitely plastic, so careful with that thing. And we don't want to strip that. Okay, I think that is everything. Got that guy, that guy, that guy, that one, that one, that one, that one, all those, blah, blah, blah. So I believe we can just start yanking on stuff. Oh. Oh. What's going on here? We gotta get this down. Yeah. Okay, okay. Hit. Oh boy. Come on, there we go. There we go. Porsche, you know. These guys, they love to make things just as complicated as can be. Just trying to wiggle this out of here. There we go. There we go. Shove that in there. All right, what we got? I see wetness. I see nozzles. There's like a level sensor there. And it is bone dry. So, if we're gonna figure out where this is leaking from, we're gonna have to fill it. So, I don't think I have any washer fluid. So stand by while I go grab some water. Okay, we got our bucket of mostly clean water. Now I need a funnel, mostly clean funnel. And we'll, hopefully this is enough to, well, the thing's bone dry, so I'm guessing that this will be more than enough to get us our leak. And wonderful. All right, now we go over yonder with the flashlight that I've put down somewhere. Cool, 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 cool. So far, I see nothing. Can't really tell where the water level is in this thing either. I literally went outside for 2 minutes to get more water, and it's now started leaking. Let's see if we can get you in here. So, yeah, wet, wet. Up here, dry, but right here, wet. So this is the pump motor there. It's hard to see, but that's the pump motor right there. And below it is a splitter of some sort that diverts the fluid up. I'm guessing maybe one goes to the rear window, or no, because it's on the same valve. I don't know. Maybe it just goes to both nozzle and it splits it here instead of up at the car. I don't know. Either way, it's leaking. It appears to be leaking from around the outlet of the pump. All right, I did some Googling, and it appears as though the this weird doohickey here that splits the fluid is one piece sold as part of the pump. It looks like it's leaking out of that splitter unit. So I think what I'm going to do is attempt to remove the whole bottle for now, just so I can get it out of the vehicle and get a closer look at that leak to see if it's coming from that actual doohickey, I don't know what this is called, or if it's from the grommet where the pump goes into the tank. Fortunately, the pump is only, well, a cheap pump is only 20 bucks on Rock Auto, so it's not like it's a big deal to just replace the whole unit. But before we go ahead and do that, I want to make sure it is in there and not something else. but it does seem to be leaking from above the grommet and then down the grommet, down this bracket and out. So that's my guess, is that it's leaking there. So yeah, in order to get that out of there, we got, let's see, looks like a 10 mil there, 10 mil there. I'm really hoping there's nothing behind up inside. And then up there, I think it's a slip joint maybe? Hard to say. I may end up having to pull this, well, you know what, let's try getting this out of here, getting this wheel liner out of here better. And let's take a look underneath. We got this guy. And I'm guessing this one. And hopefully that's it. Yeah, it appears to be. A rock just fell out. Put that back. Put those in there. There we go. Oh! Holy moly. All right. So much more room for activities. Okay, I don't think we're gonna get, let's check the size here first. Yeah, that is a 10 mil. We're not gonna get our impact in there, but if I step over this mess I've just created, oh, grab our 3/8 drive Milwaukee ratchet. That'll do the trick quite nicely. That screw is like hand tight. I guess they all seem to be not that tight. This is probably gonna fall out now. Yep, it is. Okie dokie. All right, hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Just wait 1 second. Let's throw this screw back in, if I can find the hole. There she is. We'll just finger tight that. We want to make sure that the upside here, or the top side, is going to come loose before we start doing that. So we got some random insulation tape here. Okay. Okay. And then there's some bracketry up here. There's where your filler fits. Right there's a little grommet. I mean, I feel like if we remove this connector, we should be free. We just gotta pull the filler out like that. Come on. Ha! There we go. There we go. Oh, it's spilling water everywhere. No big deal, it's water. Put you there. Okay. Now, one would expect there to be, oh, I see, there's a hook. She's hooked. Right up there somewheres. I don't know what this is for, but we're gonna stand by. Let's put this here. We're gonna disconnect it. Now I can't see it, I don't have a light, but that's okay, I don't need a light. Ooh, that is, that is German spec Guten tight. Okay, maybe we won't take that apart. Let's go back to looking. We'll gander, peek a gander in here. Take a good hard look. Finger out what's happening. Something is hooked up here. I just don't know. I don't know how to unhook. All right, you see what I'm seeing? Can you see what I'm seeing? I don't know if you can. I haven't looked at the camera. I'm guessing it has to come up and that and back. So this is gonna be a two-handed job, I think. Let's undo this screw and then we'll try to, pop her out. Let's hold it up. Ooh. There's a bunch of hoses on this side we gotta worry about too. And the connector or two. So we still can't take it out all the way. But maybe we can at least get it to come free of this prison it's in here. I think we gotta rotate it. Oh, I see, she's got 2 pumps as well. Man, there's a lot of stuff in here. Look at her dripping though. Holy smokers. The tank comes out by spinning. You gotta undo it there and then it swings out. there's a pivot, there's this tab there that just has to rotate counterclockwise. So, all right, let's, man, what a guy could do for a underbody light right about now. All right, let's see if we can get some of these undone. This is your low fluid sensor. I don't know if you want to call it a sensor. It looks like our outlet line. This is probably going to dump. Oh yeah, that's going to dump water everywhere. Let's grab our bucket. I guess we might as well drain the tank while we're at it. Less weight. We can refill it. We'll have to plug those holes and refill it when we're testing it here for leaks. Let's see if we can pop this hose out of here. I'm assuming that this big hose is for the headlights. This thing has a headlight sprayer on it, so, and then we can rotate this whole assembly here, and hopefully without breaking it. Oh, it does not want to come out. I feel like you should be able to pry it out sideways. Oh, there you go. So she pisses everywhere. That's all right. There's going to be a lot of water on the floor here in a minute, but that's okay. Man, there's probably some Volkswagen guys looking at me right now like, holy moly, what are you doing? This is gonna pour like a lot of water out when I finally get it to come loose. Oh, there she goes. Okay, let's just move the bucket and catch 3%. Oh yeah, I just filled, well, I've just gone ahead and filled my tray full of water. Perfect. All right, well, you know what? We're gonna let that drain. Yeah, this is the new Pistonhead Garage, guys. We're not gonna edit this out. We're just gonna show you the stupidity. Carefully pour this out. I mean, when you think about it, these screws and bolts and nuts and whatnot, they're getting hit with rainwater and stuff all the time. So, you know, this is normal. All right. All right, boys and girls, we got this one out now. We just got to get this guy out. So we've got another one of these hoses on the back side. These ones are nice because they're just a little quick release clip like that. That's that. Now last but not least, we've got all our wires that are hooked in there. Oh, that's what that connector's for. It's for everything down here. Oh, I see. All right, so we want to undo that then. Okay, so let's not support the weight, and we'll just hit, and then there we go, just like that. Now we can wiggle her out. Get this tape off. Okay. Well, see, I made it look easy, right? Now we can connect this back here because it doesn't need to come off. This connector can stay there. So now what I want to do is dry this off. I want to plug these two holes and then plug this hole and then fill this thing back up with water. And hopefully it's going to start leaking from somewhere, and we'll find it. So let's go over here. Let's see. Caps. Do I have two that'll fit? There's one. Come on. Just like that. And then this one looks like it might be too big, but we could maybe put a zip tie on it. Oh, what's this one? That's too small. This one's pretty big. I don't even know if a zip tie would work on that. Dang. However, this one might work as a plug for here. Yeah, just like that. Hopefully that seals with the pressure of the water. I wonder if I can make this fit. A little more. Okay, I think that might be good. I mean, it's either going to be good or we're going to get, it's going to pop off, or we're going to get blasted. All right, I'm back now, guys. And you may be thinking to yourself, how did the washer tank end up back in the vehicle when it was just over there? Well, I put it back. Why? Because it wasn't leaking. I sat here for 10 minutes staring at the damn thing, and you saw last time, or I guess you didn't, but I exclaimed last time that it was only about 5 minutes or less before it started leaking. So here's what I'm thinking. One of the O-rings / grommets is just not sealing very well, and when I moved things around, it started working again. The primary culprit I'm thinking of is maybe these hoses here, because they have a quick connect fitting, and inside there is a little tiny O-ring, and maybe that wasn't sealing, so I cleaned up these nipples and kind of cleaned the inside of this out here as well. So I think we just push this down, snap it on like so, and then it's in. So maybe there's just not enough pressure there to seal, or maybe it was, like I said, just some dirt got in there, or just from wiggling around it fixed it. But either way, I'm not putting it all back together yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna refill it with water again with it in the vehicle and see what happens. Hopefully, I've done something and it doesn't leak. So there's only one way to find out, and that is we've got to reinstall this. I think what we have to do is feed it in up here. Yeah. And then we can get it into position with the grommet and stick her in. Might need 2 hands for this. Let's see if I can put this light where I can still see. And then we can grab it here. There we go. Just give her a good shove. Not too worried about that leaking right now, but now that that's out of the way, we can stick our funnel back in here. Hopefully I can do this. I did raise the vehicle up a bit more, so maybe what we'll do is we'll bring it back down so that this is not next to impossible, and then we'll fill her up. I'm beginning to wonder if it wasn't maybe the other nipple on the back side that was leaking, or like I said, it could be the grommet for the pump itself. It just didn't seem like it was leaking when I wiggled it around, so that should be enough for testing purposes anyway. Well, it's a little bit moist around here, but no matter. All right, now we look. All right, well, I've watched this thing for a while, and the conclusion I've come to is that I am not 100% sure what's going on here. It's not leaking from these fittings, right? This is bone dry. I just wiped it off just to make sure you guys could see that, hopefully. But there's no water around this. Same thing on the back, but there's water collecting all in here and then dripping down the tank and then, you know, out of the vehicle. So the only conclusion I can come to is that it is either still something to do within this fitting here on the pump, or it's the grommet. So I've gone ahead and ordered a new grommet, and I also ordered a pump because the pump's like 25 bucks. The grommet's I think like $8 or something. It's so cheap. I know that a lot of people don't say throw parts at stuff, but for 40 bucks, whatever. It's a Porsche Volkswagen vehicle. They're known to be expensive. So if I can fix this thing for 40 bucks, so be it. And I got both because if one isn't the problem, then hopefully the other one is, because there's really nowhere else for it to leak from in here. So I'm going to replace the grommet first. I'm not going to replace the pump unless I actually have to, because this, of course, is OEM, and it should be, you know, better, longer lasting, and so on. And it won't take me that long to test it. So I'm not going to replace the pump unless it leaks after replacing the grommet. So yeah, at this case, all we have left to do is put it all back together. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Let's get my light on here so I can see what's going on. And yeah, installation is just the reversal of removal. Voila, we're back together. And it's still leaking, but we knew that was going to happen. Unfortunately, nothing we could do about it right now. We're going to have to order those parts. When the parts come in, guess what? We get to do a part 2 video, and I get to show you if I was right or if I was wrong. And if I was wrong or right, I won't make you watch this entire thing again because, oh, it's the same stuff. Man, these wheels are heavy. I might recommend installing these with the vehicle on the ground, but we're gonna try to muscle our way up. Yep, like that. And then because this thing uses wheel bolts instead of studs and lug nuts, we gotta get her lined up, which I think I am. And I didn't bring anything to screw that in by hand with, so we grab the big Ugga Dugga and just gently run her down like that. Whew. And then we just do the same thing with the rest. Be very, very careful doing this. If you cross-thread one of these, you're gonna have a bad time. So I'm gonna try, I'm trying to get it started with my fingers, make sure it's threading in there properly, and then start really slow with this thing. And that way, if it does start to bind at all, I can back it off, check it. Okay, and then this guy last. Grab this stuff. Our magnetic water tray, it's now full of dirt. We'll clean that out later. Big Ugga Dugga. We're gonna grab an extension. We're gonna grab a torque wrench. Let's say about 100 foot-pounds. And oh, we look for our lock nut. Go no, let's go. Yeah. Like that. Now, piece of advice, I was told to always tighten down the lock one last, but I don't know, remember who told me that? I don't remember why they told me that, if it really even matters that much, but that's what I'm doing. And it isn't gonna hurt by doing it that way, I don't think, anyway. Then we just gotta release. Release! There we go. You go there, you go there, you get reset, and go there. That goes in there. This doohickey goes in there. Close that. Pull the arms out. At least on this side we'll start. Oh, don't lose the pocket screwdriver. This guy, we gotta push that guy out. Pocket screwdriver goes here. Passenger side. Water everywhere. All right, and then this guy, which I did not show you the removal of, goes in here. So we gotta fish it around the filler neck for this thing. Actually, I think this comes right off. This is supposed to be part of the cap, but oh, look at that. There's a little filter in there. Keep all the dirt out for when I pour shitty water in there. We'll just kind of, there we go. Rinse that out. Okay, let me get fish this in there. This goes underneath. And then up in here. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Okay, there's a little screw that goes there, which I'm going to install first because that's going to be the hardest to line up. And this one is a T15. T15. And we're just going to do it hand tight with an extension because it is a very small screw and it's going into plastic. Just like that. Wonderful. All right, big giant screwdriver because we've got all these pins to put in. So we'll put one in here first, I guess. Get it kind of, there we go. These I think kind of click together a bit, but I don't know for sure. Let's actually, before I get too carried away, let's just look underneath here. Oh, I see. Yeah, there we go. That all goes up like that. Let's start with that top one. These things just, they go in one way and then they twist the other way, I guess. Yeah. So I got a screwdriver. Push it and twist it. It's like a quarter turn, I guess. Let's see what we got here with this guy. Yep, just like that. And then two that go on the sides. These ones might be a little trickier. I don't know if everything's lined up very well. There we go. They really don't make it easy. Grab our scroogee. That one's in. We'll know if it's in right or not when, oh, no, that's how you know it's not in right. There we go. And then lastly, we got one up here. No, that one's not in. It's hard to tell where the... I think we're in there. Okay. And then this is broken, so I'm not even gonna bother putting it back on. We'll just snap this back on, like so. And then this gasket goes around the outside of the engine bay here, so seals the hood, I guess. It was always kind of sticking out over on this side, so I don't know. I think it's shrinking, maybe. And then it clips in up here, just like that. But yeah, this corner was always like that, and I think I'd rather have the front seal better than the back here, because water will come in this way and not get in the engine bay as much, I guess. It's just a little dusty, but not covered in water. And this just goes underneath here, like so. Pull some leaves out. And we'll call her good. All right, guys, that's about it for this video. Of course, there will be a part 2 once I get the pump in and get it installed. I'll do a video on that so you guys can see what the results are. If you don't want to miss that, make sure that if you haven't hit the subscribe button or the notification bell, go ahead and do that. If you like the channel, you like my content, you know, that's the best way to support it. So it takes 2 seconds. Just give it a quick click. It'd be much appreciated. And of course, if you want more content like this sort of style, let me know. I'm going to be posting a lot more videos, just sort of mess around in the shop and mess around with stuff around the property. So that's to come. So if you like that, obviously stick around, and we'll see you next time on Pistonhead Garage.